It's no secret that the beauty community has kind of died. There's not really much beauty drama anymore. All the problematic gurus have kind of faded away. There's really not much going on with them anymore. Well, this week, the beauty gurus have resurrected from the dead and they're back to start some drama. Today, we have to talk about Nikki Tutorial selling out and promoting crappy makeup, Toddy Westbrook having an unreleased makeup palette stolen and sold behind her back, and Jeffree Star getting back together with an ex. It's a mess, so let's get into it. Nikki Tutorials has always been known as one of the more truthful gurus on YouTube. She tends to be fair while also managing to still be brutally honest. So you can only imagine everyone's shock when Nikki promoted Shein makeup. Nikki posted an entire video dedicated to trying out a full face of SheGlam. For those of you who don't know, SheGlam is Shein's makeup brand and it's highly controversial. Shein is one of the largest fast fashion brands in the world. So many influencers promote them, they're all over TikTok, and doing huge Shein hauls seems to be a trend lately. Since the prices are so low, their clothes are really accessible to a lot of people, which is why they're so popular. If you buy a t-shirt for $4.99 and it doesn't end up fitting, it doesn't feel like that big of a loss because the commitment is so low. In theory, Shein does sound great, but it actually has a really dark side. The clothes are terrible quality, people buy in bulk, and because of the poor quality, a lot of it ends up in landfills. Shein is horrible not only for the environment, but also for the workers. There's been multiple reports about workers working 75-hour work weeks and hardly getting any time off. The conditions aren't great, but because the demand is there, they keep supplying. As more people have become aware of Shein and its unethical conditions and practices, many people have started boycotting them and even calling out influencers who promote them. There's been a lot of beauty influencers who've received emails from Shein to promote their new company SheGlam, and some have denied them and some, like Nikki, have accepted. Shein has paid tons of influencers to promote SheGlam, and just by looking at the thumbnails and titles, you can tell which videos are sponsored. They all have the same style of thumbnail, they all pretty much say the exact same thing and use the exact same products. SheGlam is literally the makeup version of Shein. It's super cheap makeup from China, you don't know how safe it is, you don't know what kind of quality control it's gone through, and you don't even know what kind of chemicals are inside of it. In a way, it's even more risky than buying their clothes, because we're talking about something that sits on your skin, close to your eyes all day long. But Nikki still took the sponsorship because apparently a review of the line was highly requested. She went into the video by saying not everyone can afford the high-end brands, so this review is for people who need to stick on a budget.
I think a lot of people out there know about the opinions on SheGlam. They just want to see how you can look good on a budget because not everyone can afford the Chanel, the Yves Saint Laurent, the Givenchy, Charlotte Tilbury. Not everyone can afford all of that, and that is absolutely okay.
But there's actually a lot of makeup out there that's super cheap without all the baggage that SheGlam has. Makeup you can put on your skin and not have to worry about what's lurking inside. If any of you guys have watched Nikki's reviews before and then watched this review, right away you would notice a huge difference. The thing a lot of people love about Nikki is how unbiased she is with her reviews. She can find the positive in a product while also pointing out the negatives in a kind way. She doesn't go out of her way to bash the brand, but she says exactly how she feels. The best example of this is her review of Rem Beauty. She was able to talk about all the things that she loved while still pointing out the flaws in a respectful way. She didn't just go crazy for it because it's Ariana Grande. But Nikki went crazy for SheGlam. She loved absolutely everything.
So instantly, it kind of blurs my pores. It feels nice and moisturizing, so I guess it's doing what it said it was gonna be doing. Now, SheGlam also has this gorgeous fuzzy sponge. Oh, okay. Leaning a little light for me, but that's okay because we're gonna bronze and blush and do all that after. I feel like we're off to a great start. You know, with brands like this, I feel like a lot of times people just straight away go in with a negative attitude. And now who likes that? We don't like negative Nancy's over here. And apply. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I can not physically believe that this is existing right now. Okay, then I found this cute little brush. Look, it's a cat paw. Do you see? Oh my God, I love that shade. Done. I get why everyone uses it now. This is everything. Oh, I've been missing out. Oh, can I join the party at last? Oh, they're so cute. Pigment, baby. Pigment, baby. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And right away, people picked up on this. The entire comment section under Nikki's video is calling her out over this review. I wonder how much they paid you for this. Haven't seen you this hyped over a full collection in a long time. Did not expect a high influencer to be promoting a brand that is very fast fashion and unethical. There are a ton of other brands out there for people on a budget. It's not about affordability, it's about cheap labor and terrible working conditions. This video felt awkward. I love Nikki and everything that she makes, but something was off about this. Of course, you do have the people who think we can't call out people for supporting brands like SheGlam while also supporting brands like Forever 21 and H&M. Well, that is true, and I can see why people may think that's hypocritical. Let's remember, Shein is one of the major players in the fast fashion business. The brand has been valued at over $100 billion. If people can spread awareness about how bad the brand is and take small steps to shopping more ethically, then that's great. I can understand the side of affordability when it comes to Shein, but with SheGlam, there's so many affordable makeup brands to choose from. Brands that aren't built on using excessive labor and actually have some quality control. Speaking of quality control, it sounds like Tati Westbrook had her newest unreleased makeup palette stolen and resold without her even knowing. As you guys know, Tati Beauty was shut down last year due to the pandemic and an ongoing lawsuit with one of her business partners. When she made the big announcement, a lot of her fans were understandably upset. Her first eyeshadow palette was amazing, and it just felt like there was so much more her brand could have done. It turns out, Tati was in the middle of creating a second eyeshadow palette. In her video this week, she said a second palette was in the works, but once everything shut down, the palette was stolen and resold behind her back. Tati said this palette wasn't even finished. It wasn't an approved product, it was just kind of an experimental thing, and she would have never put out a palette in the state that it was in. She claims it was stolen off a truck, diverted, and then sold online.
I've been getting so many messages, so many emails. I open up my Twitter and honestly, I have not been able to do social much because I'm I need to keep my peace. Going in my @mentions, going in my DMs and seeing the palette that I didn't get to launch photographed and people purchasing it and people being confused about it was really just shifting me in this weird way where I'm I can't do this. My fight or flight is kicking in and I want to run.
The scary thing about this whole situation is that the product is being sold with her name on it, and a lot of people probably bought it without knowing it wasn't an approved product. Since it wasn't Tati who sold it, she has no idea the state that the palettes were in.
If you see this online, do not purchase it. It is not approved by me. I cannot guarantee the quality. I don't know how it has been handled. I don't know how it has been stored. I do not feel like it is a safe idea. Also, you're supporting theft and there is an investigation going on.
Tati said the police are involved, there's an open investigation, and she asked for people not to buy them online if they ever come across it. Finally, we need to talk about Jeffree Star. Jeffree has done a pretty good job of laying low on his yak ranch and not getting himself into any drama. He's in Wyoming pretty much full time now, and he's been really quiet for the past 2-ish years. Well, Jeffree is officially back in the drama. The other day, Jeffree posted a TikTok that said, "When your ex-boyfriend flies to Wyoming to say sorry and meet your yaks." Now, at first, I thought this was Nate, which would have been a huge deal. Turns out it's Andre Marhold. You guys remember back in 2020 when Jeffree started posting these pictures of his mystery boyfriend, and everyone found out who it was by matching his tattoos. Andre was a pro basketball player, so it was pretty easy to find out who the man behind the pictures was. They ended up breaking up, and it was all very messy. Jeffrey claimed Andre presented himself as a completely different person from what he truly was. He said he played him, claimed he had no job, no money, and didn't even have a bank account, and even alluded to accusing Andre of stealing from his house.
But sometimes when you meet people, surprise, they're not who they say they are. Jeffrey Lynn got a little played. I was presented a whole different person than who this man really was. So Jeffrey Lynn discovered a lot of things, and this person secretly had no job, no money, not even a bank account, and we're talking this person's 30 years plus. So all these things that I were told were all false. There's some Louis Vuitton luggage missing. There's some backpacks missing, and there's a few sunglasses missing. So Jeffree Star got robbed. No, someone just stole a few things.
Like, that's a pretty big accusation to make, and I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, this TikTok of them together is pretty crazy. Jeffrey jumped on Snapchat to talk about why he's with Andre and answer the question, are they back together?
I had fun on TikTok today, and I'm just gonna say it before everyone makes 10,000 fake stories about it. No, all jokes aside, I think that moving forward, healing, and mending things with people from your past is very important. So I hung out with an old friend, if you will, and we had a really fun weekend. But no, Jeffrey Lynn is very much single. Hi, how are you?
So no, not back together, just holding hands on a yak farm. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.